Hello, hello. How you guys doing? I want to apologize first of all because I'm almost 30 minutes late, right? Really sorry. I had some things that I had to attend to before our live today. So I came as fast as I could. I was joking with a few friends because I was saying that we have a saying in Brazil that says we make plans and God laughs at them, meaning that there are things that are like above our control, beyond our control. And I have a new saying: you make plans and your wife laughs at them, because I had everything planned, but Tali needed my help. That's okay. I'm just joking. And I had to run to help her and run back to be able to be here with you guys. So sorry, first of all, for my delay. Uh, I hope you guys can make it. The weather has changed a lot in São Paulo, just like the weather forecast had told us. Incredible how we've been facing these weather changes. Like sometimes it's 31 degrees here Fahrenheit, and then it changes to 9. And this is the second time it happens, man. It breaks us, gives us headaches and stuff. It's incredible. So that's the second time it happens here. The first time I think it was 32 degrees, and then during the day, and then at night we had this cold blast, and then the other morning was 6 degrees. It was crazy. I remember from sleeping on shorts and shirtless, suddenly I was sleeping with pants and socks and a sweater and two blankets, and I was shaking, you know? So this was like 3 weeks ago, and now it's happening again. So the temperature has really dropped here. Now it's about, I think it's about 14, maybe 13. Let me see the temperature in São Paulo right now. Clima tempo, 12 degrees, guys. 12 degrees Celsius. So that's cold for us. This temperature. I have a friend, Jonathan from New York. He says, Brazilians don't know what cold means. Yeah, absolutely. For Brazilian terms, it's cold. Celsius to Fahrenheit. So just for my American friends understand. So if right now is 12, 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold for us already. So, anybody there that could confirm my sound is coming out okay? I always like to check because I've had problems with this mic and this computer before. So let me know, guys, if you can hear me fine. Want to apologize again. Hi, Bas Clark. How are you, man? I want to apologize because I was supposed to be here 30 minutes before, but due to something that I didn't predict, I had to be late. How you guys doing tonight? I have some interesting news to bring you about the Brazilian visa, but not concerning that problem that you guys had at the beginning of the semester, especially Americans, Canadians, Australians, and just those. The Japanese are not on the list anymore. But the airport of Guarulhos has been facing problems with immigration, or at least immigrants trying to enter Brazil. The problem has reached an extent that the government decided to intervene, answering Polícia Federal request, the federal police request. and now they are tightening some policies when it comes to immigration to Brazil. And I want to share that with you guys now. Let's just wait to see if more people will come in so that we can discuss this topic together. Just reminding you guys that I've been facing some trouble with my schedule. If you guys have noticed that we haven't had as many videos as normally we do around here, I beg for your patience. It's just a phase. I'm having to deal with the conclusion of my course. I have written so far 4.5 books of Brazilian Portuguese. So as this is a target that I have for this second semester and also next year, I'm dedicating full time. I mean, between classes, right? Because I teach English and Portuguese as well. But when I have some free time, I'm dedicating to finishing writing my books. I was supposed to be doing this right now. I'm going to be honest with you. But I said I have a commitment with the guy. So I'm going to be there and I'm going to talk for an hour about Brazil and reach out to you all and answer your questions, whatever they are. But then I'll get back to the book. So just to let you know, as soon as I'm done with this, probably I need 2 more weeks. You guys will have more videos during the week, okay? I promise you, it's gonna happen 3 times a week plus 2 times the live streaming. So we're gonna have live streamings on Wednesdays and Sundays. Remember that Wednesdays is at 8 p.m. and Sundays, no, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Sundays at 6 p.m. Just today that was different. Also reminding you guys, we have communities. If you guys want to support the channel somehow, we have 3 categories you can choose from, like tourists, residents, and citizens. Every category, both here and on Patreon, they have specific perks like receiving the video in advance, receiving pictures from the videos that I make. So if I go to Pinheiros, for that matter, and I film in Pinheiros, I'll be taking pictures of interesting things to show you. And these pictures will go to the members of the channel. So if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, please go check both the Patreon. It has the same name as the channel, Brazilian Subtitled, or go check here in the communities of YouTube. Racket Club. So does this mean that tourists can no longer visit this year? No, take it easy. I'm gonna explain this. I'm just waiting for you guys to come. It has nothing to do with the Americans, with the Canadians, with the Australians. Okay, it's not that situation that we had at the beginning of the year. Forget it. No. Okay, relax. It was not a trap, or what do they name it on YouTube? Just to attract attention. That was not the point, okay? All right. I'm just going to every live I'm gonna bring some interesting news that is going on with Brazil. You almost gave me a heart attack. Come on, man, be positive. Clickbait. Yeah, sorry, thank you. It's not a clickbait, okay? I just put immigration, relax, okay? My God. I swear the intent was not to making a clickbait. Every Red House, how are you, man? Look, every Sunday and Wednesday, we need to have something to talk about. Otherwise, I'm going to be here just waiting for you guys to ask me questions. I don't want this. I want the lives to be interesting. As long as I don't have a more modern computer that I can show you pictures, share videos, we're going to have something to talk about. What I want to show you about this immigration thing, it's a report that came out this week. The whole week, people have been talking about this, and I'm going to share that with you. So I want to hear your comments and stuff, your questions. But relax, Americans, relax, Canadians, relax, Australians. It's nothing to do with what you saw. It still remains the way that you saw, okay? Oh, let's go. We have some people here. Thank you all for being here. First of all, I'm gonna share that with you. Take a look. I have here my cell phone. I'm gonna read the report from uol.com.br. Brazil to restrict entry of immigrants without visas after Polícia Federal or the federal police points to countries as access route to the United States. Do you understand that? So Brazil is being used, and that's not the first time, okay? It has happened many times before. Brazil has been used as an access route for people to reach the United States of America. So we didn't receive any pressure on the Americans. This is a decision coming from the Brazilian government because of Polícia Federal's requests. What is happening right now, guys, I'm not reading yet, okay? I'm just telling you. What is happening right now is Brazil is receiving a lot of requests of refugee asylum, basically. People have been coming here and asking for asylum. Some other people want to live here. I myself receive a lot of messages, especially from the Africans who are interested in coming to Brazil and immigrating. So they ask me, hey, do you help with the visas? What can I do? Can I go on a touristic visa? Some of them have no information on the procedure, and they ask, hey, what can I do in order to become a resident in Brazil? So the Brazilian government has noticed some kind of movement of people wanting to come to Brazil. And Brazil is known as a friendly country. So meaning that normally people who ask for an asylum at the airport, they will be granted. Of course, they need to prove what's going on, but they normally will be granted. In other cases, the Brazilian government is rejecting or is turning down visas back in their countries. When they try in their countries to get a visa to visit Brazil, if they don't have enough proof of their intent, the Brazilian government is turning down their visa to enter here. Believe me, happens a lot, especially if the immigrant or the tourist, right, comes from a country that has been sending lots of their nationals to Brazil as well, or already, like Nigeria. People from Nigeria have been having their visas turned down more often. At least that's what I received through my Instagram. People send me a lot of messages on Instagram on a regular basis. And Brazil has been rejecting a lot. So you really need to prove your intent to have money to cover your stay. Otherwise, you won't be able to receive this. Some other people are coming to Brazil as a connection. Sometimes they have another destination, let's say Argentina. They come to Brazil, and in Brazil, they get off the plane and ask for asylum or they stay here. At this moment, guys, just for you to understand, there is like a department inside the airport, an area that is full of people from Afghanistan. Full. You guys have no idea. This is what has raised the red flag for the Polícia Federal, for the federal police, because this is happening a lot. Some of them really want to come here and stay here, but others no. Just for you to understand, I think I hope this report mentions this, but I have read and watched from other places as well. And they said that only, I think, 3 or 5% of a lot of people who come to Brazil and ask for the asylum are requesting the CPF, meaning that they really want to stay here and they want to move on with their plans. The others are just using Brazil as a connection for them to get to the United States or other countries. So, because of that, the Polícia Federal has had a meeting with the officials of Brazil, the authorities, and requested the policies to be changed. And of course, they were heard because the government has already changed this. But let me read that for you. First of all, let me read the comments. Racket Club, have you ever lived in the US before? Your English is good, man. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I haven't. I haven't even stepped into the United States. I just have been to England before, but it was just a 5 day visit. I think my English is like this because I try to live the language, and this is something I tell my students, not only of English, but also of Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, which I happens to be a teacher as well. I say, if you want to learn a language, you got to live it. And here in my house, Portuguese and English, they dwell together because my daughter is she was born learning English, so she learned English as a first language, not as a second, and she doesn't talk to me in Portuguese, not at all. Ever since she was born, she's 9 years old right now. So the people that are close to me know this already. They will confirm if they come to this streaming tonight. Whenever they're here, they are baffled because she looks at me, speaks English, turns to her mother, switches to Portuguese, and then if she gets back to me, she switches back to English. So we never speak Portuguese. So English is part of my life, right? Is it a clickbait? Sorry, best player. No, oh my God, you guys are gonna hate me. A lot of people are thinking it is a clickbait, but no, it's not. It has nothing to do with the visa of the beginning of the semester. Don't worry, that thing remains the same way, okay? They turn down visa applications in Nigeria a lot. This is why I'm investing a lot to get a residency. Perfect. Yeah, Nigeria is today is in the target of the Brazilian government when it comes to granting visas. Maybe because of the number of people who come here and they don't really want to be here. They want to use Brazil as a trampoline to somewhere else. So that's why they are really focused on changing this. You have not updated me on the Lavi project. Will they be launching? Okay, take a look, man. I still haven't gotten all the. Yeah, oh, Moses. Okay, Moses. I haven't gotten the whole information yet. I have received some. Celio called me yesterday for us to produce content this week. Probably tomorrow I'll go there, and you are already on the list of the first to receive. Don't worry about it. Okay? It's not going to be probably on the conditions that you expected, but we can talk about this later. Not a problem. As soon as I have the information, I'm going to update you, okay? Um, don't worry about it. Let's go, guys. I'm gonna read the reports that I said. So again, Brazil to restrict entry of immigrants without visas after Polícia Federal or the federal police points to country as access route to the United States of America. Poor U.S. No, always in the target of immigration, illegal immigration. That's sad, man. The Brazilian government has decided to tighten rules for immigrants entering the country without a visa starting next week. Oh, guys, this report is from the 21st of August. So it was 4 days ago. So that means tomorrow the new regulations will start taking place. So the Brazilian government has decided to tighten rules for immigrants entering the country without a visa starting next week after the federal police pointed out that Brazil has become a route used by criminal organizations involved in human trafficking, mainly from Asia, seeking to reach the United States of America. Starting Monday, passengers in transit who do not have an entry visa for Brazil and whose final destination is another country, pay attention to this. Starting tomorrow, passengers in transit who do not have an entry visa for Brazil and whose final destination is another country will have to continue their journey or return to their place of origin, the Ministry of Justice and Public Security told Reuters. Look at this. So if you are going somewhere and there is a connection in your flight that is in Brazil, if you don't have a visa for the Brazilian territory, you're not going to get off the plane. That's what they're saying. You're not going to get off the plane. You're not going to access the country for that matter. You're going to be requested to either stay on the plane if it's the same one that you fly, probably not, or go back to your country. So for you to Even if you're going somewhere like France, but the connection is in Brazil, if you don't have a visa, if you are requested to have a visa, if your country is requested to have a visa, but your final destination is not Brazil, you're not going to be accepted to enter Brazil or to have this connection. You need to have the visa. Otherwise, no way. Okay? And the same happens if, for example, if I want to go to Japan and the connection is Los Angeles, I need to have a visa for the United States. I think you guys know that, right? So, oh, but I don't have I don't have business with the US. I want to go to Japan. Yeah, but if you have to land in the US for you to get a connection to Japan, you need a visa. So, according to the ministry, these passengers who, by chance, remain in the international transit area of Guarulhos Airport, or as we know, GRU Airport in São Paulo, or in other airports with international connections, if they do not have an entry visa for Brazilian territory, they will not be able to remain in the country. The National Secretary of Justice, Jean Uema, told Reuters that the Refugee Institute cannot be used fraudulently, highlighting that the Brazilian government is not issuing any new rules, but rather using the possibility of refusing to admit people in a very specific situation. Uh, and then semicolon, passengers in transit in Brazil who disembark in the international transit area and do not continue on to another safe country. We believe that in 2 or 3 weeks we will stop that route, he said. The Ministry of Justice and the area responsible for migration at the federal police have identified a recent explosion in the number of travelers from Asian countries who, instead of continuing their journey with other Latin American nations as their final destination, they take advantage of a stopover or connection at Guarulhos Airport in São Paulo to remain in Brazil and seek refuge, according to reports from the agencies and a high ranking source at the federal police working on the case. I've been seeing this a lot. It's not done yet. Okay, I just want to comment here. I've been seeing this a lot. There is a show here in Brazil that you guys might be familiar with. There, these shows that show the the daily routine of an airport, an immigration airport. So you have one in Chile, Colombia, the U.S., Canada, Europe, Spain, right? Spain, Europe. So they have a show as well about the Brazilian airport. And of course, it's Guarulhos because it's the biggest in South America. So they show the number of immigrants who are landing in Brazil. Most of them do not want to stay in Brazil. They just ask for the refuge because they can be granted better access to other countries, especially the United States of America. So Brazil has noticed this. Some people really come to stay. Believe me, guys, there are a lot of people who are dying to be here. They want to be here, but many others also don't want to be here. They just want to use Brazil as a trampoline to access the United States, Canada, and Europe for that matter. So this has raised the concerns for the authorities of the airports here in Brazil. So that's one of the reasons why the Nigerians have been writing a lot and say, "Look, I tried the visa. They said no. I don't know why. I just wanted to visit Brazil. I wanted to invest. Can you help me?" And I like to make it very clear, guys, I'm just a curious guy who wants to learn the policies of my country and help you guys who watch the channel and want information about the country. But I don't work with any officials. I help some people get visas, believe me. But I study case by case and I study my schedule at that particular time. If I see it's going to take too long and it's going to get in the way of my activities, I don't help. But oh, Mark, I need some help with the bureaucratic part of the visa, like going to a notary public or translating the document. I can help, but I will always analyze case by case because I know some of the intent is not legal. And some people have proposed strange things to me, like, oh, if you help me doing this, can you? No, I do everything by the book if I have to do something. Otherwise, I won't. Because Brazil is being targeted as a trampoline. That's a problem, right? Brazil is the new El Dorado, maybe. Interesting. I just got back to the US from visiting Brazil. Many of the people around me flying out of São Paulo were simply passing through from Western Southern born in Brazil. There you see. Oi, amigo, nos assistindo de casa. Summers, guys. This is my dear friend Dave Summers from Tennessee, a person I hold here in my heart. Great friend. Wow, I've been watched on TV like Silvio Santos. I'm getting famous. Thank you very much. Send my kiss to Amanda, such a great person. Amanda, his wife, Brazilian, Paulista like me. God bless you all. Guys, visit their channel, Summers nas Americas. Fantastic content. You're gonna love it. They show the life between a Brazilian and an American, so it's very interesting. Go check his channel, Summers nas Americas. Subscribe to his channel. You won't regret it, and his Instagram as well, because you're gonna have a lot of fun. Hi Hitcham, how are you? Speaking from the Netherlands or Germany? I think Germany. My friend Hitcham, how you doing? So that's it, guys. Let me go on with if you guys are arriving now, it's not a clickbait. It has nothing to do with the visa of the beginning of the semester. Why am I speaking so loud? Sorry. It has nothing to do with the visa of the beginning. Boa noite, Richam. The beginning of the semester. This is another thing. If you have a connection in Brazil to go somewhere flying from your country, and your country is requested to have a visa, you need to have a visa. Otherwise, you won't be granted access to the country anymore, simply because people are using Brazil as a trampoline to access other countries, especially the United States of America. I'm also talking about drug trafficking and also human trafficking. So people want to reach the US using Brazil because it's easier to do so when you access Brazil. Okay? Investigations indicates that people seeking refuge in the country are claiming persecution. Look, let me tell you guys, the authorities in Brazil know all the reasons. Oh, you can come, you really need to prove. I'm just saying this because if you are facing this for real, prove it, because they know all the stories, they know all the sub stories, all they have seen everything. So take a look. Investigations indicate that people seeking refuge in the country are claiming persecution and threats in their countries of origin, which in theory, is provided for by law. However, the objective is to have free movement in Brazil and be able to continue their journey by land. Let me tell you another thing. Something that caught my attention in one of these shows that I saw that Dave likes a lot as well. The one about the airport, Dave. There was a guy from Africa who was granted asylum in Brazil, and he had they had a suspicion on him because of his luggage. He was probably carrying some illegal things inside the bag, and they stopped him for an interview. And when they got his register, his information, traveling log, they noticed that ever since he got the asylum, he never really stayed in Brazil. He was just traveling a lot, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And people ask him, they question him, look, if your intent was to be in Brazil to be protected from someone who was persecuting you in your country, how come you travel so much? And the destinations were kind of suspicious. So, because of things like that, the authorities in Brazil, the Polícia Federal, is changing, or as they said, not changing, really applying some measures to contain this kind of movement, to protect Brazil and protect the friends, the allies, like the United States for that matter, right? So they ask for refuge as an insurance policy. If they are caught at the US border, they return where? Guess. Brazil. Not to their country of origin. A federal police source told Reuters, citing that this would make a new attempt to enter that country too expensive. This source highlighted that the people are not criminals, but rather victims of an international human trafficking scam, and that they are using the Refugee Institute instructed by coyotes as the criminals who profit from the illegal human trafficking scam are called. From January 2023 to the beginning of July, according to a Polícia Federal report, 8,327 asylum applications were submitted at Guarulhos Airport. I'm going to repeat. From January 2023 to the beginning of July this year, according to a Polícia Federal report, 8,327 asylum applications were submitted at Guarulhos Airport. However, only 117 of them remained active in the national migration system. Da-da-da-da. They think the Brazilian won't follow this. Our intelligence is really good. The police here works really hard. Watch the show. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Wednesday night, I will arrive at Galeão. Very good, man. Good. Thanks, Mark. And you? I'm doing fine. Nice, man. Let's try to settle something for us to meet and make a video together so that people see that I'm very close to my subscribers. We become a nation inside a nation, as I like to say. Joe Marsden. Olá, sou neozelandesa. Tenho uma maneira de ganhar Golden Visa para uma bar ou nanny em casa? No Brasil, in Brazil, I don't know. I think I will need to study that. From tip tongue here, I don't have this answer. I don't know if the same happens here. There is the labor visa, I know, but I need to see if this category is included. Because I know that normally labor visa is when you come with a guaranteed job. I think if you have a house that it wants to hire your service and they send a letter to the government and they say, look, she is going to work with me. This is the address from this period to this period. We are responsible for her. Then I think you can do it. But I will check, okay? If you prefer, send me a direct message on Instagram, the same account, Brazil.unsubtitled. I will keep checking this and tell you in private, but I will also make a video about this because it's an interesting thing. I usually say that these live streamings are really good because you guys give me ideas for new content for the channel. So hold on a second, Joe. I'm going to take notes here. Baba. So, do you speak Portuguese, or I mean, because I can see, did you have this translated, or you really speak Portuguese? I think this would work in your favor, if you did speak Portuguese. Okay, so nanny visa. I think if she does what I told you, I think they can accept this. 2007, 2011, 2012. Legal, cara. Olha que legal. Bom, então você já fala português bem. Mas nunca para trabalho. Never to work. What is Jokum Yum? No idea. Voluntária, legal. Muito legal. Probably you can do it, but let me check this for real, and then I'll give you the correct information, right? Because when I don't, oh, missionária, very nice. Because when I don't know, I say I don't know. I'm just a curious guy who tries to bring information. How to best approach investing with Lavi if you want to live in Brazil too in the longer term? I got to understand that it is necessary. I don't admit. Your best player. Let me answer your question because I kind of skipped. So, for you to invest, it's not with Lavi, okay? Moses is doing this at this point. Moses is from Africa, if I'm not mistaken, Nigeria. Uh, for you to be in Brazil on an investor visa, if you there are two situations. You can invest in a company, or you can invest in real estate, and be the owner of the thing, of course. So invest in real estate, and you are granted the residency visa. How does that work exactly? You need to invest R$ 1 million in the south and southeast of Brazil, and in the northeast, 800,000 reais, not dollars. So if you consider that the dollar nowadays is the dollar is 5.4 reais, something like this is the rate, 5.4 to 5.6. You need a little less than 200,000 USD for you to be granted residency in Brazil. So you prove that you have invested $1 million in a property, or two or three properties could be broken, but it has to total $1 million, and you can apply for the residency visa that is going to be granted for you in 1 year. And then after the first year, you have to renew, and you renew again. You renew until it becomes automatic, and you really become a resident for real. Because there's a point they won't be renewing anymore. They will say, okay, stay, because you are there, you are paying the taxes, you're a resident and stuff. But it's $1 million in the southeast of Brazil, and the southeast includes the four states of the southeast: São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Espírito Santo. If you guys don't know, it's a strip close to Rio. They are also coastal, just like Rio, and Minas Gerais. So these four states are the southeast. $1 million in these four states, or the states of the south, and the others, I think, 800,000, especially the northeast. And the northeast is developing very much now. So if you have 800,000, you can apply for the visa. Okay. About a V Heaven project, will you invest in non-resident studios for short-term rentals, or in resident studios that can be rented out traditionally as the number of Airbnb studios is increasing? Yeah, as far as I know about the Heaven project, there are two situations there. You have a tower with studios that are just for you to invest, okay, short term, or B&B. And I think you can have a short term with anybody as well. And there is one that is for you to buy, or you can have long terms as well. And the other one you can buy and use. They have these two situations as well. But at the right time, Heaven is still pretty new, is embryonic. It's coming out now. I'm gonna have a video, if necessary, a live streaming, only to answer your questions about this project, all the details. Okay. So I promise you, in the right time, I'm gonna give you all the information about this. Probably tomorrow, okay, guys? I wanna go there tomorrow, even if I have to have a live stream, but I'll let you know in advance. I promise you. Okay. Have I answered your question, best player, about the investment? Osama, immigrants can visit. No, that's not the point. The point, it's the contrary. It's the other way around. If you don't have a visa and you are in transit in Brazil to go somewhere else, You won't be granted access because they have noticed a scam, a human trafficking scam to access the US through Brazil. And that's the report that I was reading. So if you're coming from specific countries that request a visa to enter Brazil, and you say, no, but I don't want to go to Brazil. I want to go to, let's say, Panama. Brazil is just a stopover. You won't be granted access. Not like in the past, because people are using this to ask for refuge. And when they do have the refuge, they start using this illegally to access the United States and do illegal things, right? So Brazil has noticed this and starting to block. I'm going to go on with the reading here, guys, because I want to finish the story. So I'm going to go back a little bit. So take a look. As I was reading, they ask for refuge as an insurance policy. If they are caught at the US border, they return to Brazil, not to their country of origin, a federal police source told Reuters, citing that this would make a new attempt to enter that country too expensive. So this source highlighted that the people are not criminals, but rather victims of an international human trafficking scam, and that they are using the Refugee Institute, instructed by coyotes, as the criminals who profit from illegal human trafficking scam are called. From January 2023 to the beginning of July, according to Polícia Federal report, 8,327 asylum applications were submitted at the Guarulhos airport, the GRU airport. However, only 117 of them remained active in the national migration system, which totals 1.41% of the total. Ridiculously low. In other words, 99.59% of the people who requested refuge at the airport, 8,210 people, have either already left the country or are illegally present there, the document highlighted. According to the Polícia Federal document, more than 70% of requests at GRU Airport are from three nationalities: India, 23.9%, Vietnam, 23.5%, and Nepal, 22.8%. Of the 8,327 travelers who requested refuge, according to the Polícia Federal, only 262 had requested a CPF. This is what I said at the beginning. A document that is easy to obtain for those with a refugee protocol, and that enables several acts of civil life, such as finding a job or opening a bank account. Of course, oh, but you can say, I have a CPF number, I can open an account, but you're not a resident. Here we're talking about residents, right? These numbers clearly indicate that the Refugee Institute is being used at André Franco Montoro International Airport in Guarulhos. This is the name of the airport. André Franco Montoro. One second, guys. Best player all cleared up. Thanks, no problem. So these numbers clearly indicates that the Refugee Institute is being abused at André Franco Montoro International Airport in Guarulhos, São Paulo, by people who intend to migrate to other countries, using the country only as a transit route, probably instructed by migrant smugglers, said the document. These gangs, which operate globally and are very widespread, are a constant target of the federal police, which has already carried out dozens of operations in 2024 with arrests, searches, seizures, etc., he highlighted. The Polícia Federal also discovered that in 1,391 cases, there was a movement of departure from Brazil in less than 30 days after the request for refuge. Do you understand that, guys? They ask for refuge in Brazil, and less than 30 days later, they leave to go somewhere else, just using the status of being a refugee in Brazil. And that in 1,090 of these cases, the departure of these people occurred through the borders of Assis, Brazil, in Acre. Wow. You see, they think they are not being monitored. Think again, right? Just think again. The federal police even knows where these guys are leaving from, which is in Acre. Acre is the beak of the country. You have Amazonas, you have Acre. So people are going, they accessing São Paulo, travel all the way to Acre. I wonder why. And they leave from there. According to the Polícia Federal source, people are taking the risk of trying to migrate on foot. Jesus Christ. From Brazil to the United States, passing through the Darien forest in Panama, one of the most dangerous places in the world. The dream is so big that people don't evaluate the risks, said the source. Wow, end of story, guys. And I have seen these guys, this Polícia Federal agency speak. Look, our job is also to protect the coyotes, because they're putting their lives at risk when they try to do these things. They're using Brazil, but from here, they're trying to access the US. So we're trying to protect them, especially from these guys. That's just crazy. Bill, you said something, but you removed the comment. I think I read very fast. You said something about me dancing with my wife on the video of Zé Carioca. Thanks for watching, Bill. I'm very proud of that video. Oh, yes. So, tudo bem? Watched your Disney, okay? Called your dancing was looking good. Man, you are such a gentleman. Come on, it sucks, man. It sucks big time. But the funny thing is that I put the blame on her, right, Bill? She doesn't dance really well. Thanks for doing this, guys. Like Bill is doing, he's going to the first and the oldest videos and checking out a few things. Go do that as well. It was a time of my life I was funnier. Now I have so much responsibility that I've lost my comedy, I guess. But it will get back, I promise. But go check this one. I'm very proud of the research I've made. I've done. Sorry, about the Zé Carioca and a Walt Disney visit in Brazil. All the hard work to find the pictures, videos that show Zé Carioca dancing with Donald Duck. Go check this video, guys. Wow, I have 20 people watching me. So maybe it was a clickbait and maybe it worked. I'm gonna have to think of new clickbaits. Because last time I was talking to myself, or I was almost singing that song, Talking to the Moon, because I was talking to the moon, man. Incredible. Look at the channel of Bowden Bankrupt from UK. He made a vlog from Venezuela to Mexican border via Darien. Really? Wow. I didn't even know people crossed this forest on foot. How crazy that is, huh? Yeah, man. That's why some people, I see some Brazilians getting angry, because the Americans established this visa. Look, if you have a good condition, if you can prove everything, man, you're gonna be able to visit the United States. You don't have to get angry, you know. But if you are broke and you don't have conditions, what are you gonna do in the U.S.? They have to protect their borders. They're the most maybe desired country by immigrants. So if they don't protect their borders, man, I just feel sorry for this mass of people who really get to a point where they're so desperate that they put their lives at risk in a desert because probably everything is better than what they're going through in their home country. So I feel really sorry for these people, believe me. Who are the good-looking girls in your Brazilian street carnival, bloco de carnaval? Yeah, they are definitely good-looking. They are old-time friends, but they were my students back in the day when I was a teacher of English classes in schools, because I haven't done that for a long time. I think ever since I left the last school, I think it was 2006, I have taught English privately in companies, but never in a school. I've been my own man, you know. But I taught them like in 2000 and my God, I'm gonna show how old I am now. Maybe 2002, 2003. I think 2002, 2001, 2002. I taught them they're sisters, the three sisters. So two twins and Franciani. That was the one that finished the wrapped up the video. But I still have contact with them. They're very good friends of mine. I don't know what I have. I even teaching these people, they kind of stay in my realm, in my orbit. So they're good friends, very good friends. And I know a lot of people love that video because of the girls. Definitely, I know that. Yeah, you can. I think man. Brazil is look. They are Italian descendants, but Brazil has a mix of beauties. If you get this girl, for example, called Adriana Lima, she's a model and she's been living in the United States like forever. You see how Brazil is mixed. Like she's got green eyes and a tanned skin. So you have all kinds of beauty in Brazil. You definitely will find the lid for your pen, right? The cover for your pen, definitely. Do you have any information or insight into why hotels in São Paulo are increasing? Bass Clark, I haven't heard anything about it. But for me, man, I think it makes sense. For me, it's something that is kind of clear because the number of tourists coming to São Paulo is increasing. I have failed to produce a video. The script is ready, everything is ready. It's inside my computer, but I haven't been able to produce the video, to record it and post it for you guys. Um, the video shows Brazil is breaking records of tourism. So more and more people are interested in coming and visiting Brazil, more and more. So because of that, the prices will go up, obviously, especially because São Paulo is now having, being, for example, on the route for concerts, events, international events. So people are coming to Brazil a lot, and this is attracting more and more tourists. And that economic uh, maxim, right? That says the more demand you have, the more offer, the more demand. Is this? Oh, the less offer, the biggest the price, the bigger the price. The less offer, the bigger the price, and the more offer, the smaller the price. Something like this. So you're having a big demand, the prices will go up, of course. But that's an interesting thing you're saying. Thank you, man. I hope I am. I try to be. I try to be a great person to all my friends and the people I know. Is it possible to teach English as a business owner and get a visa to move to Brazil? Um, teach English as a business owner. Yeah, but for you to open a company, Joe, you have some rules for that. If I'm not mistaken, I have a video about that on the channel talking about the labor visa. If I don't, I will make one. Oh, I think I know. I think I don't. I think I have just for digital nomad. But I'm gonna make a video about this because you have to follow some details for you to be able to get the labor visa, right? For example, are you investing? Are you giving jobs to people, right? How is the company gonna work? Do you have the capital to invest? So you got to prove a lot of things. I'm not sure what they are now by heart, but I'm pretty sure they have this. T-Sol helps a lot. I'm an English teacher. I have just TOEFL and TOEIC, but you have this one is specifically for teaching. I know. Kel is joking. Have a baby here, automatic permanent resident. Even though you are joking, it has some truth behind his joke. But it's not gonna be an option for all the girls, right, Kel? Only if she has a relationship here, if she's interested in going on with this. But yeah, if you have a kid, that it's automatic. That makes sense. Thank you for pointing out an increase in tourism. Yeah, I believe it's this, okay, Bass Clark. I believe is this. I believe it's because the number of tourists in São Paulo has increased maybe threefold. It's incredible. Uh, Something I didn't see in the past, I see a lot. Like I go to Paulista Avenue or I am on the subway and there's someone speaking French or another person speaking English. English is more common. Or even German, believe me. The other day I was in Pinheiros making a video and I heard a guy speaking German. Two guys just walking on the street. And then I turned another corner, saw four guys because you look at the guy, you see, oh, he's not from here. The color is different, the hair is different, the eyes. I don't know. There's something that says, hey, not Brazilians. And when I approached, they were speaking English. So it, the number of tourists in Sao Paulo is big now. Even a guy asked me, "Do you know why, Mark?" I believe it's because people are tired of just going to Rio. They are because of information, internet. They are learning more and more. We have so much more than just Rio. São Paulo is an outstanding city. So people are starting to come here as well. And when they come here and see everything they see here, because guys, believe me, I normally say, I know some people don't like me saying that, but it's true. São Paulo is a country within a country. There are so many things here that work, and my American friends normally compare to New York, compare to their countries. Say, I have this here in the US. Oh, I have that in the US. Oh, that's fantastic. You guys have that too. Oh, look, it works better than in my country. So people want to have, they want to visit Brazil, but they want to have this kind of things that make their trip easier, like a very good Uber or a food service or great restaurant. So maybe that's the point. That's why they're visiting more, and the hotels will follow this trend, of course. Don't forget to like this live stream. My great friend Bill is asking you guys for you, please. Don't forget to smash the like button. It's very important that you interact with this video so that YouTube understands what I'm doing here is relevant. And I don't want to waste my time. You know how my time is valid, important, and so are yours. So please smash the like button. Thank you, Bill, for the support. Ok, thanks, sim, entendi. Já assisti vídeos de Senhor Oliveira. Do Oliveira Lawyers. Oh, very good. Oliveira, my friend. Good. Thanks for your kind words, my friend. Amanda says hi. We miss you and your family. Can't wait to collaborate. January 25th. We will, definitely. We're going to have some great things on the second semester to the beginning of next year, guys. Keep an eye on the channel. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. Very important. Okay? To be honest, I wasn't actually joking. My son will be born here next week. My partner and I are not Brazilians yet. Oh, very nice, Kel. That's good, man. I thought you were a Brazilian. So none of you are Brazilians, and your kid is gonna be born here? That's fantastic. This is another thing I have. I don't know if you guys, if it was in your plans to happen or it just happened, because sometimes this happens as well. People come here, the person's pregnant, they stay longer than expected, and suddenly the baby is born in Brazil, unintendedly. Is this the idea that has happened to you, or you really wanted the kid to be a Brazilian. And if you don't mind, where are you guys from? São Paulo is amazing. The people, especially, you are a great ambassador. Thank you very much. I want to be an ambassador for the country. I have, I think you have seen me say this a couple of times. I have just been talking lots about São Paulo because it's easier for me because I live here. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't live anywhere else in this country, I guess. I would use São Paulo as a hub. And I think my friends are getting this idea. Stay in São Paulo, go to the Northeast. Stay in São Paulo, go to Rio, go to the South, go to the Northeast, whatever, wherever you want to go, but you stay in São Paulo, right? BH. I have a sister living in Belo Horizonte, Joe. Yeah, BH is really good. I want to make a video there. However, I prefer the smaller historical cities in the orbit of on the outskirts of Belo Horizonte, like Ouro Preto, for that matter. This is a place I have visited. Let me write the name here. This is a place I have visited more than 6 times, I believe. But I didn't have a channel at the time. Minas Gerais, MG. I didn't have a channel at the time. So I didn't make any videos, but I've been planning to go there with Manu, with my wife, because the place is amazing. And my recommendation, if you guys are not the regular tourists, study a little about the Brazilian history, which, by the way, I plan to make videos for the channel about our history. Because when you go to Minas, you will understand the slavery movement. You will understand what happened, why the state is called Minas Gerais, because Minas means mines, right? And Gerais, general mines. They went to explore, to find the gold, to find diamonds in Minas Gerais. And the movement of independence started in Minas Gerais. That's where we wanted to get rid of the Portuguese. It started from there, in Minas Gerais. So when you are in Ouro Preto, you breathe the history. It's incredible. You eat and you breathe the history. They say the city of Ouro Preto is an outdoor museum. It's beautiful, with Portuguese architecture, doors that are super high, double the doors of São Paulo 3 times. Beautiful, beautiful. And it's a city of, believe me, university students. So they have a lot of sororities, fraternities. They have parties. Their carnival is out of this world. If you guys want to come to Brazil to meet people, maybe meet the love of your life, go to cities like this. Ouro Preto, you're going to be 4 days dancing because Brazilians know how to party. They don't even sleep, man. It's unbelievable. I talk too much. I'm sorry. Afternoon, Mark. Oh, German, how are you, man? Thanks for being here. Oh, Kel said, we really wanted a Brazilian. Our first son is Argentinian born. I'm from New Zealand. Partner is Chinese. Wow, a Brazilian and an Argentinian inside your house. Are you sure you have you guys have made the right decision? I'm kidding. My friends from Argentina, please forgive me, but we have a big rivalry when it comes to soccer. So it stays in soccer, but we normally use this to mock one another. An Argentinian and a Brazilian, that's a very interesting combination. You have put the biggest rivalry inside your house, man. I'm sorry to say that, and to your wife. You have put the biggest rivalry in the world, this world has ever seen, inside your house, under your roof. Eu quero morar em Itaúna. Itaúna is Minas? I don't know the city. Okay. Sabará, I've heard. Wow, you know a lot about Minas. You need to get to see other cities in Brazil as well. Don't forget to do that. Come to São Paulo if you don't know that already, Joe. South African passport holder, I believe you do need a visa to come to Brazil. Let me see. They have a list. I don't have this all of them by heart. Let me check here, guys. But I think you guys do. Oh, look, something that appeared to me is the other way around, the opposite here. Brazilian passport holders in South Africa, 90 days for free without visa. Maybe you guys don't. Oh, look, there is no demand for, I think it's reciprocal. If you guys don't charge us, I don't think you guys need. But I don't have this information. Let me see. Um, they're showing me the opposite. Hold on a second, okay? See if I can find this. I'm gonna read the comments in the meantime. The love of your life is the love of your life in Ouro Preto. What do you mean? What time of the year would you go, Mark? Oh, Ouro Preto, man, you can go all year long if you want. But if you are interested in the carnival, as I said, go in February. February, that's when the carnival is held in Brazil. But be prepared because the city will be packed, absolutely packed with tourists and stuff. And when you look from above, you don't see the ground, you just see lots of people because it's amazing. Quero viajar mais, eu também. I travel very little, viajo muito pouco, eu acho. No visa. Thank you, Kel. Yeah, so eu acho que I think you don't need to have a visa, man. If you are a South African, you don't need to have a visa to come to Brazil. Quick property question. What does imóvel com dívida bancária mean? Property with bank debt. Yes. Am I missing something important? Sounds like a mortgage. Maybe. But where did you get this? Oh, first of all, what is the situation? Because I need to know the background. Because imóvel com dívida bancária is someone who financed the property with the bank and didn't pay. So I think the house might belong to the bank, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Or maybe somebody's trying to sell you the property and is informing you that the property has a bank debt. Because if this is the second situation, the person is telling you, look, I don't have money to pay my mortgage anymore. The bank is gonna take over. I'm selling my position for you. So you take over, you pay what I owe, because I owe like 10,000 grand, 10,000 reais, 10,000 grand, 10 grand. I owe that, and you have to pay off and also pay what is coming and give me some money. Maybe that's the idea. And New Zealand, I have a friend living in there, na Nova Zelândia. Gostaria, I'd like to go there one day. Oh, in a property advert. So absolutely this. The guy is telling you through the ad, look, maybe I'm unemployed or I don't have conditions to pay for the property anymore. I'm selling my position. I'm giving you the right to become me when it comes to my treatment with the bank. So he's going to transfer the house to your name. Actually, it's not even in the name of anybody. He has a document that allows him to say, hey, it's mine, but it's not the deed yet because you need to pay off for you to have the deed, as far as I know. So he's going to transfer to you in contract, but you have to pay off what he owes to the bank. and he's gonna ask you for a part for all, because probably this guy has already invested money. Let's say that he has already spent, I don't know, oh, I've already spent 20,000 with the installments. So he's probably gonna ask this money back. I want the 20,000, or maybe he's gonna give you a discount. Oh, give me 10,000. 10,000, you pay what I owe for the bank, and you take over the installments from now on. That's the idea. These ads are crazy because you see a very low price, say, "Wow, my God, let's go," but it doesn't mean that the property cost is this, and you're gonna pay that off. Some people fall to that trap. They put a price, and you say, "Wow, but it's too low." Normally, a house is 400,000. He's selling for 150 or 200, half the price. And then when you check bank debt, so he's desperate to find someone to take over. He receives what he invested back. He has a clean slate. His name is clean of any debt with the bank because you pay it off and you take over the property and you continue paying installments until you just change positions with the guy. That's what you do. Can you do a video on American MS? What is MS? Getting a visa in Brazil. Thank you for the info. In the UK, most houses are mortgage. It wouldn't even be mentioned. Yeah, he's mentioning this because probably he has installments late, okay, that he hasn't paid yet. Probably he's worried because the bank is gonna take over. If you spend like three, four, if you run late with three or four payments, I think the bank can come and take over the house, something like this. So he's desperate. If this happens, he loses everything. He loses what he invested. He loses the house. He goes out with nothing. Okay, it's in contract. So what is the smart move? And it's legal. Okay, don't think it's illegal. What is the smart move, Mike? I need to find someone who might be interested in my property, who would take over the payments that I have to meet from now on, and also pay off the things that I have left behind. And with this payoff, this guy will also give me some money. So he's gonna leave not with the 20 grand that he has already paid for the house, but he's gonna leave with some, the $1,000, the name clean and ready to start over. Maybe get a property later on. Slice of Sebi. Wow, how are you, man? You disappeared. I haven't seen. Have you, by any chance, been able to make that video that we recorded together? I don't think I have seen on your channel, buddy. I really wanted to have seen this because it's been a long time. Why are they going to Brazil without visa? I'm so disheartened. I heard in the news. It is there. I'm gonna check. I'm sorry. I didn't see. My friend Sabi is an Indian-born guy who lives in Canada. Very nice person. Invited me for a collab one day. Me in São Paulo, him in Rio. I traveled all the way to meet him there. We made a video together. It's been a while since that happened. It was really nice. I've been following you. You were traveling to many countries, I think, man. It's incredible how you travel. Very nice. Why are they going to Brazil without visa, man? The reason for my live today, or the topic that I brought for discussion, is that people are using Brazil as a trampoline. They're being used as coyotes. They come here because Brazil normally grants the refugee status, and they get the refugee status and try to go to the U.S. or other countries. So they use Brazil as a connection. And Polícia Federal, the federal police, has noticed this movement and started blocking this and requested the government to work on this, to stop this from happening. So from now on, if they come to Brazil as a connection, because maybe they're flying somewhere else, let's say the Bahamas, and Brazil is the connection. If you don't have a visa and your country is requested to have a visa, you won't be granted access to the country anymore. You're going to be either inside the plane, if this is the same plane, you're going to fly somewhere, or you're gonna have to be requested to go back if you don't have a visa. Okay, I have already read the report in details that talks about this. When this live streaming is over and you're interested in checking, do so, because I gave all the details about this. Especially for people from Asia, they mentioned a lot of cases where they come here and just 1% really stay. They get the status of refugee, and just 1% to stay. Sometimes less than 30 days later, they're traveling somewhere. So they notice some criminal activity, you know? Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. If you're new, I see a lot of new faces around here. I think that you guys are new. I'm not sure you have subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, please make sure you do. Donna, how are you? Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here with us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Very important, guys. I have to say as well that I normally say that my channel sounds like São Paulo subtitled because I mentioned the city a lot. But during my last streaming, I said that I'm going to travel in the month of September. After my birthday, I'm going to be traveling somewhere in Brazil. I'm not going to tell you right now, but you guys won't regret it. I will go to a capital that I have always wanted to go, because the place is beautiful and it's very touristic. A lot of people come from abroad to visit the city, and finally it's gonna happen. Brazil and Subtitle will be there, just for you to see that I have videos about other states as well. I have videos about, by the way, I have videos about Goiás, because I've been to a resort there. Rio de Janeiro, you can see a lot of videos about Rio on this channel. So go check, binge watch the channel. The more you watch, the more you help. Sometimes you say, oh, I can't be a member of your channel because I don't have money. No problem. If you watch my videos and you leave a comment and you smash the like button, you're helping a lot. Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much for Mike is the new member of the BU Nation. I call the guys here, Mike, BU Nation, Brazil and Subtitled Nation. It's the nation inside Brazil that we are building with focus on Brazil. Thank you very much for doing this. And I hope you can enjoy the rest of the videos that I have on this channel. Go visit the first ones. You're going to enjoy the latest ones. There is so much information that might be useful for you, especially on the real estate department. I work in partnership with a realtor here in São Paulo, very good guy who gives me access to one of the strongest companies in São Paulo and Brazil. The name is Lavi. They have high-end apartments for all pockets, basically, but normally middle to upper conditions you will find with Lavi. Amazing projects. So go check. You might be interested. Almost heading to Brazil. Got my... There is a heart in front of the word. Got your what? I can't see, man. Got your prints back yesterday. Very nice. Very nice. Where are you going in Brazil? Guys, if you have more questions, please go ahead. Ask me. I'm here to answer them. Remember, you guys are the focus of this live. And if you guys are new around here, we are live every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Brasilia time, every Sundays at 6 Brasilia time. Sometimes on Sundays, when the weather is good, that's not the case today, I'm outside. I'm having a live from Ibirapuera Park, from a famous street, from a famous neighborhood. So then this is going to be at 3 p.m. How am I going to know? I'm going to inform you through the posts of the channel. You know, YouTube has posts that if you subscribe, you will receive. Or on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, go there. It's at Brazil.unsubtitled. This one. I also have another channel, guys. If you want to learn Portuguese, I teach Portuguese. By the way, I'm an author. I have created my own Brazilian Portuguese course. I'm finishing the fifth book, but I already teach a lot of people. I have many Americans as my students. And I have just created a channel to talk about the Brazilian language. So if you guys want to see more of my work, go to Portuguese with Mark Saint. You can already find this channel on YouTube. Oops, there's a problem there. Portuguese with Mark Saint. There's no N between H and M, okay? Portuguese with Mark Saint. Subscribe to the channel there as well and receive videos about the Brazilian language as often as I can post them, okay? Luciano is handling things, thinking south and work my way north. Very nice. Very nice. Uh, you might get some free weather, some cold weather. I thought in Portuguese, frio. You might get some cold weather in the south because we are at the end of August. Okay, spring in Brazil starts next month, so you're gonna be fine. But yeah, amazing. Why have the Brazilian reais depreciated? That's a very good question. Uh, I think I have the answer. I have recently read the economic section of the newspaper. There's something to do with the interest rate in the United States. When the interest rate, if you guys understand economics and I say something stupid or some bullshit, let me know. Okay, I'm here to learn. I don't know. I'm not Mr. Know It All. Far from this. When the interest rate drops in the United States, investors go to emerging countries. Brazil is definitely one of them, one in the target. So if their investment won't get as much as they wanted with the US, they will go to Brazil because Brazil has high interest rates. And because of that, the more dollars you have inside the country, the more uh, the more dollars you have inside the country, I think the higher. Yeah, and the more depreciated the money gets, if I'm not mistaken, or it's the opposite. I don't remember now. I don't. I think it's because they start investing here. No, there is a. I think there is the opposite movement happening. No, the people are investing more in the U.S. now. Let me see, guys. I don't remember. Definitely don't remember anymore. It's been a while since I left college. Juros nos Estados Unidos. But another great suggestion for a video, no? Yeah, it says here there are a lot of factors that can answer the question. One of the factors is the interest rate in the United States and geopolitical risks. So I think the more dollars you have in the country, Yeah, I think the more dollars you have in the country, the stronger the real gets, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. I really wanted you guys to, if any of you remember economics and could help me on this. Let's see if I have another. So yeah, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. People will primarily focus on investing in the United States. Okay? So when you invest in the United States first, the dollar tends to drop, the real tends to drop. Yeah, the real tends to depreciate because they will prefer to invest in the US, right? I think it's something like this. But another great idea for a video. I'm going to take notes. That's why these lives are important, guys. It's crazy. We are almost reaching like six reais, $1. So for you guys, it's amazing. In the past few months, man, for you guys, it's amazing. 1/6 of the cost that you're gonna have if you invest in Brazil. It's incredible. I don't know if it could recover. I think so, but the government needs to work on the policy, on the economic policy. I don't think the government is doing this right now, you know. So what is the reason for the plan to restrict entry without visa? Josh, this is not for the Americans, for the Canadians. It's not talking about the situation of the beginning. I explained at the beginning of this live that this is for people who are requested visas and who have a connection in Brazil to go somewhere else. People were using this excuse. No, but Brazil is just a connection. Once they got here, they were granted access and they asked for the refugee status, but just to have the papers in Brazil and then move on to the United States or to other countries. So the criminal organizations were using these coyotes to get the refugee status in Brazil. Less than 30 days later, the guys would be leaving and going to the US. So that's what the live was all about, okay? Amanda said, when the US investor goes to Brazil to invest, the real gets hot. So, but gets hot meaning what? It gets stronger. Yes, it gets stronger, right? So, yeah, that's true. That's true. So, the more dollars we have in the country, thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Dave. The more dollars in the country, the stronger real gets. Okay, because you have a lot of investment, so the real is going to go up. When but go up in the sense of being stronger. So let's say that it's going to be closer to the dollar, maybe R$ 2 at $1, something like this. But if the investment disappears from Brazil and goes to the United States market, because it's always the preference of an investor to invest in the United States, the the money in Brazil gets depreciated. Brazil has a high interest rate compared to the US of 10.5% to 5.5%. That means you can take out a loan in America for 5.5%, then invest in Brazil and expect to earn 5% the difference. However, Brazil is a difficult country to invest in because the government is fickle. But many things can affect inflation, such as Brazilian government. Yeah. Prints a lot of money to fund social programs. Exactly, man. Increasing the supply of money. Thank you very much. Thank you. That basically that's it. But I think a video giving all these details that you guys. Thank you, Travis. Your participation really enriched the conversation here. Thank you so much, Dave, Amanda. Thank you as well. Basically, that's it. It's an economic movement. There's money here, good. The capital investment from abroad is going somewhere else. Brazil is not the focus anymore. So we have a problem. We get devalued. But all great ideas for a video. Guys, we're reaching 1 hour and 30 minutes. Amazing conversation here. Thank you so much. I'd like to know if you guys have any other talk, any other conversation you want, any other question you want to ask me. Because if you don't, I'm leaving. I really need to finish my book because I even work on Sundays. That's my life, guys. But it's been a pleasure. Remember, we have three communities here. If you guys want to check out and support the channel even more, go there. If you can't do this, at least go watch the videos. I have a lot of content you could be watching. Some might be interesting to you with information about visas, about investment. Tomorrow, I might be live during the day because I'm going to go see Célio for this new project called Heaven. Amazing project. Name is Heaven. A lot of people have already put their names on the list because they want to know about this project. It's pretty close to Paulista Avenue in a very nice area, close to the best hospitals. So I might be there tomorrow producing content for you guys. Maybe some short videos. Keep an eye on the channel and also on Instagram. Okay? If you guys don't have any other questions, I'm leaving. It's been a pleasure. The night was amazing. Thank you very much. I promise you the topic of the live was not a clickbait, but it ended up working because you guys came with more interest to have a conversation with me. We're gonna be here every Sundays at 6 or 3 if I go to the streets. Uh, Remember that I'm going to let you know about where I'm gonna be on Sundays through the post here or the Instagram. Okay, thank you very much. Wonder what the Heaven project look like. It's gonna be amazing, man. We don't have much information yet because we are in the first levels of the project, but I think starting by this week we might have something interesting. It's just gonna be amazing because of the location, because of the neighborhood. 5 minutes on foot from Paulista Avenue, guys. The best bars, shopping mall, Pátio Paulista. So it's a great investment. Great investment, believe me. Going to try to attend more on Sundays. Green beans. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. I'm not interested in high rises, the single floor homes. Reasonably priced. Yeah, all the informations about prices will come with the material that I'm gonna produce very soon. Okay? You won't regret it, I promise you. I'm not holding anything, I just don't have the information because they opened the charts for investors, but we are still waiting to see the showroom being ready. If you guys saw that live, I was on the street with Célio, you saw that the showroom was being constructed right in front of us because it's a very new project. But my God, if you guys have the possibility to invest in São Paulo, you're going to take a look at this, you're going to fall in love. There's another project, but this one is going to be expensive called Petra, which means stone, right? This one, they have a partnership with a company that designs. Oh my God, green beans! Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. It means the world. Thank you so much for this, for the support. So this project called Petra, I'll also be posting videos. I have some videos, shorts that I'm gonna be posting on the channel. If not tonight, tomorrow. So keep an eye about Petra and about Heaven. Petra, they have gone to Portugal to talk to a company there that designs very expensive furniture. Just so you know, The most expensive suite in Las Vegas has a bed from these guys, and the guys are the and La Vie is the first and only company in the world who has been able to pair up with these guys to release this project called Petra. So it's gonna be in Brooklyn. Yes, São Paulo has a neighborhood called Brooklyn, and it's for the rich and famous. I usually say that. So it's gonna be in Brooklyn. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be posting for you guys to take a look. How La Vie is wonderful at designing things. So this project is in São Paulo. Yes, Josh, all the projects that I've been working with so far are in São Paulo. I have plans to get my own document as a realtor, my own license as a realtor, but it's down the line because I'm involved with a lot of projects, book writing, you name it, so many other things. So I don't have the possibility to offer you properties in other states like Rio or Santa Catarina. Some people ask me that a lot. I don't have this condition right now because I need to trust the company that I work with. And La Vie, I trust with my eyes closed. With my eyes closed. You got to believe me. These guys are unbelievable. I think it's the third company that sells the most in Brazil, and their price is really competitive. If you take the price of Petra and compare to all the other competition for the neighborhood, you say, I can't believe it. It's incredible. So, so far, I don't have the possibility to offer you guys anything other than São Paulo. But you need to pay attention to São Paulo because São Paulo is the strongest and most important city in South America, business wise, I'm talking. Okay? Business wise. My energy is all over. Yeah, I try to do my best, Donna. You have no idea. You should see me next year. You should see me next year because I will become an entrepreneur. I'm gonna open my own school. I mean, I already have my school, but it's gonna be physical. It's gonna be real. With 3 courses I produced myself, 15 books I have written myself, 15 books ever since the pandemic started. Not to mention selling apartments, producing content here, and the other channel. Please subscribe to Portuguese with Mark Saint. Even if you don't want to learn Portuguese, at least to help me with the numbers, because I want that channel to be successful as well. Okay? Portuguese with Mark Saint. And follow the social medias as well, like Instagram. Okay? Guys, do you have any other questions? It would be a pleasure for me to answer. Otherwise, I'm leaving to finish my book and to prepare the schedule for this week. Thank you very much, Donna. Thank you so much. Guys, tell me if you have been watching the walking vlogs, the bike vlogs. I want to see your opinion about this. Are you enjoying? Do you like this kind of content? Do you like when I go to the streets with my backpack and my camera and I show life in Sao Paulo, the best neighborhoods? Are you enjoying this series of videos? Please let me know. And get some water. Because I want to produce more. I have some ideas like going to Oscar Freire, the richest street in Brazil. It's like Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. Have so many ideas of venues to show you guys. Tell me if you enjoy them, because I will be producing more and also other things. The idea on this channel for the new guys, for the newcomers, is that there will always be a different video. I won't get you bored just with the same format. Sometimes I'll be on my bike making a video vlog. Sometimes I'll be walking on the streets, inside the subway, showing you the reality of the country. Or sometimes I'll be here showing the life of Ayrton Senna or the story of the one of the creators of the airplane or Zé Carioca, for that matter, a character from Disney World. So my idea is to show you varied possibilities here, okay? Locals in regular neighborhoods, okay. Perfect. Consider it done. I pretty much looking forward to you are planning to. Sure, you're gonna love it, man. Seriously, seriously, you're gonna love it, Josh. Uh, I was just this week. I think I just posted one video on Monday, I guess, because I was waiting for the weather to be better because it was drizzling. It's kind of complicated for me to go and produce a few things like this. And also, I had some other stuff to get done. But I will be continuing with the vlogs, okay? For you guys to see more of São Paulo, because São Paulo, man, is incredible. So big, so many different realities in just one place, right? Well, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna say I appreciate your time here with me. It's been outstanding. Probably the best live in the last few weeks. You guys were here. You talked. You participated. I wish you could be here every Sunday, every Wednesday night. I'll see you on Wednesday night now at 8 p.m. Brasilia time, the time of Brazil, Brasilia time, okay? 8 p.m. Brasilia time until 9, I'll be here. On Sundays, I will expand a little bit more, but if it's not at 3, I'll let you know. It's going to be at 6. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave and keep an eye on the channel for new content to come. And thank you for the ideas you have given me. Okay, Green Beans, thank you for the contribution there. It meant the world. Okay, it's gonna help the channel a lot. And remember, September we have great things. It's the 6th anniversary of the channel. The 6th anniversary, guys. 6 years here with you. And also, I'm gonna be traveling, taking the plane and going somewhere. I'm going to disclose very soon. Okay? Don't forget to smash the like button. God bless you all. Muito obrigado, as we say in Portuguese. And have a great week. Tenha uma ótima semana. Tchau, tchau, guys.